Welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport.
Hello and welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport and another look at the doom and gloom and the possible cancellation of the Australian Grand Prix slated for next week. The main issue that could lead to it being cancelled is the FIA have said that if any team is unable to take the grid, then the race will be cancelled. If they choose not to, then the race will go ahead without said team. The problem is Italy is taking it really hard with the coronavirus, leading to football matches being cancelled or played behind closed doors, national tourist attractions being deserted, and schools being closed. The north of the country is now on lockdown, with millions of people unable to travel freely due to the virus. This affects Ferrari, AlphaTauri and Formula 1 tyre supplier Pirelli, who may not be able to get personnel out of the country for the first Grand Prix in a week's time. This may cause the FIA to cancel. It should. It wouldn't be fair to start when half the teams are unable to compete, and if Pirelli are unable to get supplies or personnel out of the country, then no one will be racing. Now, the Bahrain Grand Prix has announced that it will be a participant-only event, meaning no spectators at trackside. Which is an interesting idea. I mean, it will definitely help in that less people means less people who are infected and less people to potentially be infected. I don't know how it's going to affect things like atmosphere. Crowds aren't necessarily something you notice at a Grand Prix. Maybe some tracks more than others, but it will affect their gate money. Not selling tickets means no money coming through the door, and I don't know if they have an agreement with the FIA to cover it or if they are insured and will be paid out for it. If not, they are not going to make a profit on the coming race at Bahrain just a week after Australia. The Rome E-Prix has been postponed along with the China E-Prix, so Formula E is going to be on a long mid-season gap, which is a shame but probably necessary given the effects the coronavirus has had on these two nations. The Chinese F1 Grand Prix has also been postponed and Monza is a lot later in the F1 calendar, so hopefully a vaccine or a cure will be in place by then and we can avoid any more races being missed, especially Vietnam, because I'm definitely interested in how that one is going to take shape. It's probably a bigger problem for Formula E, whose season is a lot shorter than Formula 1. Losing 2 races mean just 12 rounds, and any more means we are in for a short year of Formula E. Formula 1 has 22 races, so losing a couple probably wouldn't be a big deal. I can't have a go at the FIA for their handling of the situation. It's a pretty unique one. They have started a crisis cell and are gathering as much information as possible and liaising with the teams who are the ones who will suffer most whatever the outcome. Either their staff gets the coronavirus or they lose money not racing. It's not a good situation for anyone. I don't know exactly what a crisis cell does in the modern world. I imagine they have meetings on when they should have more meetings to decide about the meetings they'll have later when everyone is already infected and it's far too late to decide anything. I mean, that's all I really have to say on the subject. I think it's being handled in the proper manner with everything being considered. I think it's a shame we are losing races, but that is probably for the best right now. Hopefully progress can be made and the calendar for the rest of the season goes unchanged. For right now, the best we can all do is stay safe, stay healthy, and have a good one.